there, everybody. Welcome to the show. I am your host, Robert, a.k.a. The Tall Man. This is my lovely co-host and wife, Lisa, a.k.a. Mrs. Tall Man. Not that anyone ever calls her that. And this is our substitute host for the day. This is Blake. Say hello, Blake. Just say hi.
Hi.
See? He's still a little camera shy and getting used to how this all works. So we are coming to you live right now from Tall Man Mobile. We are not on a cruise ship, as you can tell. Thank you for being with us because, you know, it's time to call it quits and finito and all that stuff. And so we wanted to make sure that we came here and did it with you guys tonight before 2024 ends. The cruise season for 2024 ends tonight as well as the year. So Happy New Year, everybody. Say Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. So thank you all for being with us. We appreciate you taking a little time out of your New Year's Eve celebration. We're going to make this short tonight unless you guys get chatty like the other night. So let's get into this. Before we get too far, guess what? We can't. Balcony cam. That's a camera from our balcony on one of the last ships we were on. Isn't that cool looking? You can say yes.
Yes.
See, nobody can hear you unless you talk. Okay? Okay. All right. Balcony cam. Let's say hello to everybody, shall we? Let's say hello to everybody. Desiree's like, what happened? Nothing happened. The end of 2024 has happened or is happening as we speak. In some parts of the world, it's already 2025, but not here for us. Greetings, Craig. How are you doing tonight? Happy New Year to everybody. Tom says, Happy New Year, Robert and Lisa. And I see a celebration or a celebrity with us tonight. You're a celebrity. You're a guest celebrity. Give me 5. Good job. All right. All right. Roderick, Happy New Year to you as well and the entire TMC family. Yes. Alyssa, you can't catch tonight. Yeah. No comments from the peanut gallery over there. We got your catch. Good evening and Happy New Year to you, Gina Maxwell. Bev, we have little tall man in the house tonight, right? Go ahead. You can throw it to the camera. Oh, you didn't get it too far. Too far. Yeah.
Popcorn
Okay.
for everybody.
Popcorn for everybody. Patricia, Happy New Year's. Thanks for the popcorn, Blake. Patricia said thank you for the popcorn because we're throwing it at the camera. Yep. Roderick actually has a question. Do you know any update information on the San Juan Pier? As far as I know, it's status quo. At least when it comes to Royal Caribbean, for their Oasis class ships are bigger. They can't dock until that gets fixed, and there is no timeline for it as of this moment. Roderick.
Mommy.
And Roderick says hello, Blake. Say hello, Roderick.
Say hello.
Hi. Mamie Radar, Happy New Year to you as well. And New Mexico, Mark, Happy New Year to you. Shane in the house, hey there. Happy New Year's to you as well. Hickey Nuki World Tour. I got it right the first time. Hickey Nuki, welcome, good evening, and Happy New Year to you as well. All right, so we have prepared something very special for you guys. Let's just call it a year in review here at Tall Man Cruise Adventures, and we thank you all for being with us this year and especially tonight. So without further ado, our highlight of 2024. We are coming to you live this very moment up here in the Yacht Club on the MSC Divina on the Carnival Glory Utopia of the Seas in Port Canaveral in the Sunshine State. Carnival Frenzy, MSC Seascape, Carnival Conquest, the Emerald Princess, Enchantment of the Seas from Tall Man Mobile somewhere in Arizona, Phoenix to be exact, and their cold front came through.
It's below 100.
No, actually it's 100. One of the major bridges in Baltimore that leads to the port of Baltimore has been struck by a container vessel, and the bridge has completely collapsed. At approximately 1:28 this morning, the container vessel, the name is the Dali, was departing the port of Baltimore, heading out to sea. It appears though it may have lost power and struck one of the piers of the bridge. As you can see in the video playing, the bridge has completely collapsed. Hey there, everybody. We are back for a breaking news update. It turns out the fire is now out.
No clue if anybody can even see him up there.
They're not watching me.
They're not watching you.
Oh. That's spectacular.
So here we go again, it's no surprise. 'Cause we know better than to roll the dice. So take this love and try to make it new. You can't fight it when it feels so true.
So this is Gushti, all right? He's been one taken care of. All right, so they want to know, how many cabins do you have to take care of up here?
Actually, I have 9 cabins.
9 cabins.
Yeah.
See, I thought it was 10. 9 cabins. Are the yacht club gratuities more than an inside cabin gratuity?
That's more expensive.
It is more expensive.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Because with balcony.
we'll figure out what the actual dollar amounts are. Danny wants to know, are you married?
Yeah.
He is married. Yep. And do you have kids at home with your wife too?
3 kids, 1 wife.
3 kids with 1 wife. You sure it's not 3 wives and 1 kid? And how long have you been sailing with MSC?
So far, just 16 years.
16 years. Wow. And how long have you been up in the yacht club?
Starting 2015.
2015.
Almost 9 years.
That's fantastic. Rico, he is the cruise director here on the Carnival Glory, and I want to shake your hand and thank you so much for spending a couple minutes with us.
This is a ship with a fiesta, and the fiesta never takes a siesta. It's always on the go.
You know, coming from Mexico, you know, when you were 5 years old, you say, I want to be a cruise director. How did that transition happen?
Of course not. I lived in Canada for a while. I lived in France for a while. The last 5 years, I lived in England, and then I just wanted a simple, fun job that could pay the rent, that could pay for the food. And I was right. It is fun being part of entertainment team, but it's not simple.
You missed that part of it.
It's a lot. It's a lot. But I love it.
Where do you go on vacation?
Traveling.
Traveling.
I love traveling. The 2 passions in my life is traveling and entertainment. So this for me is perfect. Absolutely.
This
perfect.
gentleman next to me is Neil Dixon. He is the cruise director here on the MSC Divina. It's a big dinner is what it is.
Yes, I've heard, yeah. I've actually sampled the big dinners as well. I've got some friends in America, and also Canadian Thanksgiving as well.
So how long have you been with MSC?
Actually, this is my second year. I started May 2022.
Excellent.
Yes, before that I was working in the UK on the resort as an entertainment manager. So very new to ships, actually. Well, first of all, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this actually, but I think the standard of the entertainment is a lot higher here at sea.
Speaking of wow, that was a wow jacket you were wearing last night.
You liked it?
That sparkly white jacket?
$20. $50 if you want it.
I'll sell it to you for $50. Have your
Work
people
on
call
it.
my people and we'll do lunch.
Exactly. Well, they were doing lunch, and that's how it happened.
And so how many ships have you been on now?
This is now, this is my second time on MSC Divina. I've done 4.
Excellent.
So I've done Virtuosa, Meraviglia, Seascape, and now Divina.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
We appreciate you giving a few moments.
Of course.
And I'm sure we'll see you somewhere on the high seas in the future.
You will, I'm sure. And,
All right.
And what a great place to be, the yacht club.
Right?
Beautiful here.
Morning
Right.
world, it's time to go on a cruise.
Cue the music.
while. If you want more than to stay alive, so come on over, we can make it through. Take my hand, I know just what to do. On the beat, keep dancing through the night. We stay up until the morning light, the morning light. Oh, so come on over, we can make it through. Take my hand, I know just what to do. On the beat, keep dancing through the night. We stay up until the morning light, the morning light. Oh, the morning light. Oh, I just wanna be your Superman. Come fly with me, just take my hand. And now that we are cruising in mid-flight, you better watch out for that kryptonite. So come on over, we can make it through, make it through. Take my hand, I know just what to do, just what to do. On the beat, keep dancing through the night, we're dancing. We stay up until the morning light, the morning light. Oh, so come on over, we can make it through, make it through. Take my hand, I know just what to do, what to do. On the beat, keep dancing through the night. We stay up until the morning light, the morning light. Oh. As we look up at the stars in the sky, did we ever stop and wondered why we let our love shine all through the night? Just you and me, babe, until the morning light, the morning light. So come on over, we can make it through. Take my hand, I know just what to do, just what to do. On the beat, keep dancing through the night, keep dancing. We stay up until the morning light, the morning light. Don't be out of sight. On the beat, keep dancing through the night, we're dancing through the night. We stay up until the morning, stay up until the morning light. So here we go again, it's no surprise, 'cause we know better than to roll the dice. So take this love and try to make it new.
Well, we told you we were in a balcony, but we didn't tell you it was in the yacht club. Cheers.
The final moment before I lose myself, and it's no use working 9 to 5 if you want more than to stay alive. So come on over, we can make it through. Take my hand, I know just what to do. On the beat, keep dancing through the night. We stay up until the morning light, the morning light. Oh, so come on over, we can make it through. Take my sky. Did we ever stop and wondered why we let our love shine all through the night? Just you and me, babe, until the morning light. The morning light. Come on over, we can make it through. Take my hand, I know just what to do. Just what to do. On the beat, keep dancing through the night, keep dancing. Stay up until we stay up.
9-year-olds. When I was a little girl and I drank this martini, I would just get tired and go to sleep. Now it makes me horny.
No lie. The entire pool deck started howling, laughing.
Oh, yeah. And you wonder why the Villages gets a bad rap.
True. Oh my goodness.
All right, so let's try this one more time to leave. We're done. We love y'all. Ciao. Well, there you go, everybody. A year in review from us to you. Thank you all so much, Tall Man Clan. We appreciate every single one of you. We couldn't do this without you. Well, we could, but it'd be awfully quiet.
It would really be quiet.
And we do this for you. We obviously love cruising as well, but we love to bring it to you as well. So again, thank you from the bottom of our heart. We've had some great growth this year, and we appreciate that. I wouldn't say we hit the goals that we set out to hit, at least from a subscriber standpoint, but that's okay. We had fun along the way, and that's all that matters, and we've met a lot of new friends, and a lot of you are here with us tonight. So,
and not only that, you guys are the best. I mean,
absolutely.
You really are. We love the interaction. We love talking with you guys. We love how you relate to each other.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is a really big family, and I couldn't ask for more.
All right, so let's get back to some of the comments here. Chris, question: are y'all heading over to Epcot later tonight? No. Not just no. No.
Honestly, I don't think we would be even able
we couldn't
to
get in, right? So
it's going to be packed.
You should remember, I worked for Disney for 5 years, so I understand the logistics of the thing. And of course, that was some years ago, and so things change. But if you want to be part or in a park for New Year's Eve, you have to be there at the crack of dawn, or you are not getting in, because they will hit capacity and they will shut the parking lots down, and no one else can get in.
Even on a normal day, the drive-in there is like a parking lot. It's crazy.
But obviously, Christmas time, the holiday times are much worse.
Without a doubt.
I have been present outside of working at Disney. I've gone over to Disney several times for New Year's Eve, but have not done it since you and I, Lisa and I, have been married. And it's just nutty. It really is. It's fantastic. I mean, it's really a fantastic evening, but we don't want to spend the entire day there.
No, and you literally have to camp out.
Yeah,
it's like Black Friday sales or something. It's crazy.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
Shane wanted to know if we're from Phoenix. No, we're not. Phoenix is just one of the 20-odd states that we seem to visit every year. That just happened to be one of the funny clips. So, and as we mentioned, this is a labor of love and a passion that we do. But this was probably the hardest video I've ever had to edit. We have taken, believe it or not, over 1,000 hours of video this year on the ships that we went on. And when we've gone on We put them at the beginning. Those were all the ships: the Firenze, the Seascape, the Princess, the Emerald Princess, Magnifica, the Carnival Glory and Conquest, MSC Divina, of course, Utopia of the Seas, and the Enchantment of the Seas. And so, trying to put together a highlight reel of over 1,000 hours of content was daunting. And hopefully, you guys appreciate that. And I know it was confusing a few of you. But highlights from 2024, that's what that was, and we appreciate that.
Yeah.
M says, Happy New Year.
Thank you. Happy New Year to you, too.
And Chris is like, you saved the best for last. No, I didn't. Well, actually, we did. We saved the best for us for last. But we did want to put the Utopia in there as well. So anyway, Happy New Year, Justina. Wait, where are you guys at? We're in Tall Man Mobile. We're Central Florida right now. That was just a highlight of 2024 and the things that we did with you guys and for you guys. So we wanted to bring you a sort of a wrap up of 2024. Happy New Year to you, Ozan. Thank you for being with us. Oops, I'm late, Macrina. Yeah, you missed the entire highlight reel. You missed Blake.
You did.
Blake was with us.
Yes, and he was throwing popcorn to everybody.
I know he was. Roderick's like, nice recap of 2024. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Justin was like, you guys had me confused. Now you feel like I do all the time. Patricia's here, watching for me, and thanks for the great year in review. You're welcome.
Thank you.
How about a grand finale live stream from Epcot? Fireworks, please, Robert. Like I said, we couldn't get in if we wanted to.
No.
If we didn't get in trouble, we could probably find one of the overpasses on the 429.
Oh, and just
and
camp
actually,
out there.
I mean, it'd be way off in the distance, and I don't think it would translate.
Yeah.
I mean, we hear the fireworks where we're located. We can't see them. We're 15, 20 miles.
Yeah.
But you can hear them when they go off. But to see them, we need to be a little bit higher and clear of stuff. And there's a toll road in Central Florida called the 429. It kind of circles all the way around now, I think. And if you get on the Disney side of the 429, there are some higher overpasses that allow a pretty good view.
But it's off in the distance.
Yeah.
I don't think it would even translate on the camera.
No, I don't think it would.
Yeah, I don't think it would either.
Yo, Ma, what's up, Danny Mac? How you doing? Happy New Year to you, buddy. I thought he left the broadcast. He did. Blake's gone to bed. It's his bedtime, so we had to let him go. Macrina says happy anniversary. That's for the group on Facebook.
Facebook channel.
The Facebook
group, yes.
Yeah, Facebook group.
I had to edit that post, so
Yep.
Robert's like, it sounds like it's the entire Tall Man clan.
No, just the Facebook group. M says, same as New York's Times Square, you have to be inside Times Square at noon.
Yeah.
For Disney, I think usually, if I remember correctly, by 10 a.m., typically on New Year's Eve, the parking lots are full and closed.
Yeah. It's crazy.
It really is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sad I didn't see the beginning of the live. Well, you can scroll back and watch. It's okay.
You'll see it.
Hickey Nuki says, it would be fun to walk around the World Showcase and celebrate in each country at as midnight strikes in that actual country. Just an idea for next year. Yeah, I'm trying to think if that would be possible. It would be possible as each of their New Year's.
Yes.
Right, because they're spread all over, but that'd be some running.
That would be crazy. But yeah, that would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, that would be great. Yeah. Hello, just got on. Hello, Valerie. Happy New Year to you.
Yes, Happy New Year.
Shane's like, love that music. Stood up and danced in my. We were dancing here too. I know you can't hear it, and
you can't see us.
You can't see us.
Yes.
Sorry, and hear us, but we're back here bouncing around. That song is just. I happened into it by accident, and it is stuck. It is now the unofficial theme song of Tall Man's Cruise Adventures.
And what a great song.
Yep. Macrina says, yeah, I knew I wasn't the entire TMC anniversary. It just seemed like a lifetime for me. I know, right?
Yes.
We are cruise planning here. Woo-hoo-hoo!
Yay! I love that.
Taking a bunch of newbies on the Jubilee. Nice.
Nice.
Speaking of which, so let's we've said goodbye to 2024 a little bit here, right? In our
Yes.
preview. Let's look a little bit to 2025.
Yeah.
We're going to give you just this much information, okay? I've thought about this. We've talked about it. We've talked about it. We've thought about it. We've talked about it for weeks and weeks, believe it or not, whether or not we were going to say this or that. We're not going to tell you the dates. We'll keep you in a little bit in suspense there. But here are the ships that we are going to be going on. We're going to be, and this is in no specific order, right? We're going on the Horizon, the Carnival Horizon, of course, MSC World America, MSC Grandiosa, Royal Caribbean Star of the Seas, the Star Princess, the Celebrity Reflection, and Celebrity XL. We're also going on Holland America on the New Amsterdam. I'm just going to say New Amsterdam. And last but not least, the inaugural of the NCL Aqua.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So excited. I'm looking forward to it. This is going to be a great 2025.
It's going to be absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
So we're looking forward to seeing you guys with us when we do these cruises. 5 of those are, it's 4.5 inaugurals.
Are you planning on jumping ship?
No, let's not even joke about that. In fact, somebody got in trouble. Some other TikToker
I heard about that, yeah.
told her, yeah, we're going to jump off the ship tonight as a joke. Yeah, that didn't go over well.
Yeah.
Moron.
Yeah.
What I meant by 4.5 is we're not actually going to be doing the Star Princess, the Star Princess's inaugural. They're doing 2 like 4 or 5 day cruises or something like that in Europe, and then doing I think like a 15-day transatlantic, which is their 3rd cruise. That is the one that we're taking.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah. So 4.5 inaugurals this year. Sorry, Chris. One of them was not the Disney Destiny, but I think we pretty much covered that in the last stream.
Yeah, I think so.
Macrina wants Danny to take her too.
Yeah.
But you're not a newbie, Macrina. You can't go. Hickey Nuki says, thanks, Chris. It just dawned on me. I'm not sure. Oh, sorry. I've missed stuff. Sorry, Chris says, Hickey Nuki, that is a great idea. I've never thought or seen anyone do that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, that sounds like a lot of fun.
Perfect. Well, maybe next year. But that's going to be a really long stream because New Year's Eve happens.
Yeah, we could only do highlights and present it the next day if we were to do that. Because,
no, we'd have to stream some of it live.
I mean, they've got so many worlds, and
Yeah.
you'd have to hit them all.
Yeah,
and-
yeah.
yeah, it'd be crazy.
So, anyway, Justina says, that sounds like a great year of cruising. Love it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we are very excited for this year. Chris is saying that would be a good stream.
Yes.
Yeah, it would. We'd have to figure that out. Again, with all the
Batteries.
countries.
Yeah, we
because
could-
one of them's Japan.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
we'd be getting there in the morning, and it'd be New Year's Eve over there.
Well, I mean, we could do like the countries as we hit them as it turns New Year's, and then edit it for the final.
I can't edit while we're in the park.
Well, yeah.
How long did it take me to do this?
I know. Forever.
Anyway, and then Macrina says that's as bad as saying hijack on an right on an airplane. Correct. Yeah, just don't do that. Or if you're trying to go through the airport or even getting into a cruise ship, going through the security and saying I've got a bomb as a joke. No, there's no joking about these stuff these days.
Don't make me take my shoes off.
JWE61 Busk, good to see you again. Thanks for coming back, and Happy New Year to you. We haven't seen you in a while. I'm sure you've been lurking in the back, but that's okay. Safe travels. Thank you very much. Same to you.
Yes, thank you.
Hickey Nuki World Tour says, it would, Chris. We don't do live streams yet on our channel, but plan to do in the future. Yep. So, all kinds of fun you can do New Year's Eve. We just like when we're not on a ship to spend it with family. Being an entertainer, New Year's Eve is a working night for me. I've until recently never had this day off. I was always somewhere performing, and been in the crowds and all these things because you're there working and doing stuff. So to be honest, I'm happy to be here right? Family close to us here, right? You saw my daughter and son-in-law here, and Blake, of course, and there's plenty of fireworks that blow off around our area. So we'll go hang outside and bring the champagne out there and have our own little private party outside at midnight.
Yeah.
And we also turn on Times Square New Year's Eve too,
Yeah,
leading
we
up to it
do.
and stuff.
Yeah.
So anyway,
That's kind of our tradition.
Ozan wants to know where Blake went. Blake had to go to bed. It's his bedtime, so
Yeah.
he had to take a shower and then go to bed. All good stuff. So M says, can you shortly explain what goes on an inaugural? I am sure they do a lot. So interestingly enough, outside of typically a special gift you get because it's the inaugural, there's not much different that physically happens on the ship. All the major ceremony stuff happens ahead of time. They christen the ship ahead of time and all those things. On certain cruises, like for instance, I know Royal on the Icon, what's her name, was on there and performed. The godmother. God, what's her name? Chris, help me out here. Anyway.
Well, I know even on the Jubilee, Gwen Stefani was the godmother, but she wasn't even on the ship until like a month after the inaugural.
So in most cases, nothing special.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's the first one. Now, I can tell you what is special. Nothing's going to work right.
I was going to say, I wouldn't call it special. I would call it different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the biggest example, I think, is this. When the ship is built and the elevators are installed,
yes,
the ship isn't moving.
Mm-hmm.
Now, these elevators are made and to be on a ship and rocking and stuff, but they got to be tweaked. Well, you can't tweak them until you're out in the ocean and the ship is rocking.
And people are using them.
Constantly.
Yes.
Right? And so on every single inaugural we've been on, for the first 2 to 3 days, they're dialing in elevators. They're dialing in the doors that open automatically.
Yes.
They're dialing in food warmers. They're dialing in their service and how the computers are working, like in the main dining room. The main dining room service the first night is typically absolutely atrocious. It's 2.5 to 3 hours. I mean, it's very, very long because even though all these crew members have worked on other ships, they're not brand new, the systems are still new. Even if it's the same system they've used, it's still brand new. And until you've got, 5,000-6,000 people on the ship, you just don't know how things are going to work.
And the floor plans are different. Tables are seated,
Moved around
differently, and the back where they get the coffee and the beverages and the food, that's all different. So they have to work their way around there, and that includes working around other teammates as well.
Right.
So it's a lot of learning that goes on.
Yes. So I mean, the entertainment sometimes isn't 100% ready. There's been some times where the shows haven't been, like the big new show they're going to have on the ship isn't quite ready for whatever reason.
One of them actually had a blackout and told us in advance there's going to be a blackout at this certain point because we haven't finished
programming.
The show. It's not programmed.
Yep.
So we're just going to skip ahead.
So you just, the allure is, and I'm not talking about the allure of the seas, is it's the first cruise ever.
Yeah.
You're essentially the first person to be in your cabin.
Yeah.
It's just a first thing. For us, honestly, until we had this channel and you folks, we have never done an inaugural.
Mm-mm.
But we do them because we'd like to capture the content when the ship is first coming out. So we try to do as many inaugurals as we can. Sometimes it is just absolutely cost prohibitive. Again, the Icon. It's, by the time we started getting into the groove of things with this channel, we didn't get Ashley's deal.
No, we did not.
It was going to be $10,000 for us to get a cabin.
Ship too,
the Disney ship, $4,000 for 4 days. And I promise you, in 4 days, we're not going to be able to video the entire ship.
We would have to do a back-to-back, and at $1,000 a night, it's just not going to happen.
Unfortunately, sometimes the inaugurals are just out of our budget. Now, a lot of inaugurals are also transatlantic.
Yes.
Because all the ships are made somewhere in Europe. Mm-hmm. And many of them, not all of them, but so many of them, probably 80%, are going to be home port over here in America. And so a lot of the inaugurals are actually transatlantic, which gives them 12 to 15 days to dial all that stuff in, right? And so the inaugural cruise, the passengers essentially are paid guinea pigs.
Yeah.
Right?
Unpaid. Unpaid.
No,
guinea
we
pigs.
are paying to be there.
Yes.
So we are.
You made it sound like they were paying us.
Yeah, no.
No, they are not paying us.
We're unpaid, but paying to be on the ship.
Yes.
Yeah, paying customer guinea pigs.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
but yeah. So anyway, let me get back to some of this here. Em's like, got you guys. Danny's like, nothing works. Yeah.
Nothing. Well, I mean, things work,
Yeah.
but not properly.
Yep. Happy New Year to that Mexican captain. Let him direct his route to Istanbul. Come on, let's go. We're gonna go see Ozan.
Yes.
Yes. Rico. Yeah, he was fun.
Yeah,
Chris
he
says,
was.
crazy that I'm realizing it right now, but a year ago, you just got back from an inaugural on the Jubilee, and that's how I found you guys. Yeah, it's just, right? So it's funny how time flies. In fact, as I was starting to comb through all the footage to put that highlight reel together, and again, if you guys came in late, please scroll back towards the beginning. We have sort of a 13-minute highlight of this past year, 2024, of the things that we did with you guys. And so that'll be fun for you to watch if you joined us late. Also, thank you all so much for the thumbs up.
Oh, yes. Thank you.
And if you haven't done so already, please consider hitting that thumbs up button, subscribing, becoming part of the Tall Man Clan. It is free to you, costs you absolutely nothing. And it really does help and support the channel. Our last stream, we hit a record 41 thumbs up while we were live.
We did.
We obviously get more after the fact. So we're at 20 right now. Can we get to 42?
That would be
instead
awesome.
of new record? New Year's Eve? I don't know. Whatever. So, but yeah, Chris, crazy how time flies, right? And there's one. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I thought ships had special events or something. I mean, they do, but for most of the ships, they happen actually before the inaugural. The naming ceremony, the christening, all those things. Like for instance, Disney with the Treasure. It came over here like a month early and then came to Port Canaveral for, I think, a day or two, then ended up in New York. It did a bunch of preview cruises before it ended up coming back for the actual inaugural cruise. Preview cruises are done for media, for travel agents and travel partners, if you will. And so, thank you, Shane. We just got a thumbs up. A super chat.
Thank
Hang
you
on.
so much.
We've got this is a fire.
Thank
It's a
you.
fireworks setting. Fireworks setting. So fireworks to you.
Yes, thank you so much. We appreciate you.
All right, back to color. All right. So, anyway, and so they did a lot of that stuff in the naming ceremony, and all those big things they were doing happened out of New York.
Yeah.
Then they brought the ship back here for, again, the inaugural, which is supposed to be the first cruise, but it's very rarely for ships technically the first cruise. The Celebrity Ascent.
Yes.
This was not this year, but last year we were on the Celebrity Ascent's inaugural, and I was invited by a travel partner, a friend of ours, people that are handling our group cruise, to come on board with him and be part of one of the preview cruises. So I was on with him, Chris. You've seen Chris. He was here on the show with us for 2 days prior to the inaugural.
Yes.
And so I got on before Lisa did.
2 days before
Yeah.
me.
So, but that wasn't the inaugural. That was a preview, and that's literally what it is. It's 2 days for travel agents to walk around,
Get familiar with the ship so they know how to talk about it to their clients.
They open up all the big cabins, a certain range of them, because of course the ship is full, but they keep certain cabins empty, so that we can preview them, and which we did. Those were probably some of, in my opinion, some of the best cabin reviews we were able to do, because we actually were able to be in the room fully lit, fully done, with no time restrictions, respectfully. So we were able to go through it a little bit slower, as opposed to doing the runaround that we typically do. So, but inaugurals in themselves, there's an energy that happens on a ship on the first cruise, even if it's done preview cruises. That for whatever reason it doesn't count when when you get on a ship for the first time as a guest and it's its first cruise, you got to remember that the crew has been working, some of them for years, some of them for months,
Yes.
on the ship with no people.
Yes.
And they've been building, and the energy has been building for this very first cruise,
and
right?
that excitement.
Right. And so when you get on that ship, there's just this explosion of energy as you get on, not from us, but the crew. They truly are happy to see everybody because they've just been looking at one another for months.
Yes.
And so to start doing the job that they're there to do, there's this just a level of excitement you don't get on other cruises, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's not that the other cruises are bad, but there's just this elevated level. And for those who've been on inaugurals, you know what I'm talking about. So Hickey Nuki World Tour says apparently Lionel Messi is the godfather or the icon of the seas. I
Thank you.
thank you, but no, who was? What? Maybe it was Utopia then. It was a female performer.
Yeah.
Went on and performed. They turned the Aqua Theater into a stage, and she again, I'm sure it's down here. Chris will tell me in a minute. Anyway, special things like watching the first 10 minutes of Family Feud as it breaks, right? Everything has to leave the theater for them to reset. Everybody has to leave the theater. Right, it's just everything's broken. Yep, nothing works, right? Chris says, those were some of the best streams on the Jubilee. You almost got me to book it. Well, thank you.
That's high praise
Yeah.
there. That is high praise.
Yeah. The interesting thing, it's not necessarily our goal to get you to book one cruise or another.
No.
It's to show you what's there to see if you're interested in bookings. Like, that's why we do the tours the way that we do. So you really get a full sense of what the ship looks like, feels like, walking around, not just in little clips, right?
It's so hard to tell in those little clips and looking at the deck plans.
Yeah.
It's really hard to get a good perspective.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
Danny says, or giant video walls that won't go up or down and stay stuck halfway.
Yeah.
He's talking about on the Carnival ships in the center stage area.
Yes.
Their video walls that move up and down. Yeah,
Yes.
they weren't working. Karina says, and an inaugural, you truly not the first person in your cabin. No, or sleep on that bed. Just in name, it's the inaugural. That's correct. Well, it's not 100% true, Macrina, but there are some cabins that don't get occupied.
Yes.
So there are some people that truly will be the first person in the room sleeping, but most of them, like I said, they've been filled by somebody for a preview cruise.
Yes.
So
correct.
but you're the first person.
Yeah, you're the first paying customer.
You're the first person. M says, Icon of the Seas is crazy. Will they ever come down in price? We don't have MJ money. It'll come down in price once the Star of the Seas comes out.
I would tend to
start
agree.
looking in late 2025, 2026. The price will be a little bit less than it is now because it won't be the newest. It's still not going to be inexpensive, but it'll be less than it is now. Chris says they do give you commemorative things from those sales. Well, that's what I said. Outside of the gift, on every inaugural ship we've been on, there's been some sort of gift. On the Jubilee, it was the cowboy hat.
Cowboy hat.
When we were in on the Resilient Lady, we got this really nice coin.
It's a replica of the ship's coin.
Yeah.
Yeah, really nice.
And so it's a little bit different for every ship.
It is.
Yep. So
on the Firenze, we got
Wasn't that
sunglasses.
Crappy sunglasses.
Yeah, sunglasses
actually
and a waterproof cell phone pouch.
Pretty poor.
On the Celebration, we got a nice book.
Yeah, nice book.
Yeah.
We ended up with like 4 of them or something like that.
I don't know, maybe.
I don't know. Two. We got 2 of them.
I think we did get 2 of
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
So it's different for each ship. It really is.
Yep. So, there you go. Little Life question: will NCL share the Jacksonville cruise port with Carnival? Ooh. I don't know. The question I have to ask is, why would you ask that? Because Carnival sails out of Jacksonville already. So is there a problem with their terminal that I've missed? But generally speaking, especially in times of need or crisis, the cruise lines are friendly with one another. Again, in the highlight, I profiled the bridge collapse in Baltimore, and ships had to be rerouted because they literally can't get back to Baltimore, and other cruise lines were letting them use their terminals because they had to go somewhere else. So,
Yes.
I would probably say yes, but I'm not sure why there's a question of this because Carnival cruises out of Jacksonville already. It's the Paradise. I forget what ship it is.
Yeah.
Hang on, I can look it up right now. Give me a second. Give me a second, because this is what I like to do. Carnival. No, I don't want to see Carnival. All regions, all cruise lines, all cruise ships, number 9. Departure port, Jacksonville. Jacksonville. Where are you? We're in Jacksonville. Right there. Show me the deals. Okay, so in Jacksonville, the Carnival Elation. Thank you, Robert. The Carnival Elation and the NCL Gem sail out of there. Interestingly enough, NCL's not there full time. The Gem seems to come and go. Okay, but Carnival's there full time. Okay, if I've missed something, please let me know. M's like 21. We're at 24 now, Em.
24 now.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, and Lido Life also gave us a super sticker. Thank you so much, Lido Life. Hang on. I didn't see that one come in.
No.
Here you go. Oh, that's lightning. We don't want that. We want. Where's my fireworks? I don't know. It went away.
Oh no.
Where'd it go? It was right there. Let's try that. There we go. Fireworks.
Yay!
It's New Year's Eve, so fireworks.
Thank you so much for the super
Thank you,
chats.
Lido Life. We appreciate each and every one of you. We really do.
Yes.
It isn't. They are not just words. Truly. Okay. Chris says, while I don't know why people do gravitate to watch those inaugural sailings, definitely a great way to pick up subscribers. Look, I'm not going to hide that. Absolutely, right? You know, there's especially with, again, say like the Icon. We wanted to be on that ship.
We did.
There's never a bigger moment in time to get in front of an event than the moment that it happens.
Yeah.
The ship is only going to sail one time. And so that moment that you're on that ship for the first time is going to be the moment that gets the most attention when it comes to a channel like that we have. And so that is why we decided to spend the extra money on some of the inaugurals, because we want to get in front of that curve, right? And it absolutely does help out the channel.
Yes.
And the more the channel grows, the more we can do for you guys.
Yes.
Right. And so I know it seems funny, and those who are going to hang out with us on the group cruise, you'll understand. But these cruises are not vacation for us, or very little of it.
Right.
You know, on the 4-day cruises, it's literally nothing but work. 5-day cruises, nothing but work. 7-day cruises, we get a couple days to relax. That's why we, of course, like the longer ones, because it takes about 5 days to do all the video content that we need to do, that we like to do, to bring to you. And so they are not vacations for us. They are work. But it also costs us money to go on these. Mm-hmm. And so the more subscribers, the more views, the channel will begin to make some money that can help us do more, right? Better cameras, better equipment. Who wants to be our first assistant, right? I mean, right? These things. So, anyway, but yeah. Shane says, booked the inaugural on the Frenzy, but they added a sailing prior. Oh, no. You wanted to be the first. It's childish, maybe. No, Shane, it's not. Not at all. Chris has a question. Did you say that you were going to go back on the Jubilee and see if it's any better, or the bugs have been fixed? Or maybe you said something else. You can't remember.
We talked about it.
We've talked about this in previous streams, not in recent time, Chris, but we feel we always would like to go back to the ships that we've been on for inaugurals after the fact and see if there's some changes. We did it on the Celebration, not
by accident.
And we saw such a difference.
Yeah.
But by the way, here's the other big thing about inaugural cruises. It's full of passengers that are not typical to their normal cruising.
Very true.
Right? I don't know how else to say that. So, like, there's a lot of, like, for Carnival, there's a lot of the diamonds and platinums on there. For Royal, it's going to be the pinnacles and stuff.
But there's also corporate people.
Yes. So
Yeah.
it's not full of the same type of clientele that you would normally see
Correct.
when you go on a cruise that is not the inaugural.
Correct.
We experienced that, instantly with the Celebration. We its first cruise was transatlantic, the inaugural. The Celebration. Did I say that? Yeah, I said
you
the
did
Celebration.
Celebration.
Again, 12, 13, 14, 15 days, something like that. And was like, wow, this just doesn't feel like Carnival. And I think that was our very first inaugural.
It was.
And so we didn't quite understand. And so there was a learning curve. And we got off the ship. It did a 7-day. And then we got back on. So it wasn't a back-to-back. What do they call that? A split back. There's a name for that. And when we got on it, just a week after, we're like, whoa. This is different, right?
Yeah.
So we learned very quickly that it is a completely different type of crowd that are on the inaugural cruises, not the typical mix of people you might have. If that makes sense.
It's a different
right?
mix for sure.
So, thank you, Megan Trainor. Yes.
There you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, she was actually on the inaugural cruise and performed.
Okay.
So, Chris says, I could feel the energy just watching you with the live streams and the inaugural on the Jubilee. I mean, it was like I was there with you and it was epic. Yeah, it really is. That's why I can't wait this year. We've got 4.5 inaugural cruises.
Yeah,
but
the energy, it is different.
Yeah.
It really is.
I feel that the Star Princess, that transatlantic, I really feel it's still going to feel like an inaugural.
I think it will too.
We'll figure it out when we get there, but yeah.
Yeah, I think it will.
M says, no umbrellas allowed, still in Times Square. Yep. If it's going to rain or snow, you're getting wet. Yep. The host on NBC can have them, right? They can. Well, they typically have shelter anyway.
Yeah, they
right?
do.
So if they're holding them, it's because there's some mist or something coming from the back, but they've got... There's a lot of money and equipment. Never mind money that they're paying the talent.
Yes.
The talent. They're called talent. There's a lot of money up there. They do as much as they can.
Equipment pretty well.
They do as much as they can. Lido Life says NCL sails out of Jacksonville next year. Yeah. So I think it'd be the opposite. Is Carnival sharing the
with NCL?
With NCL, and the answer is.
But they have their own. I believe they have their own.
Do they have their own up there?
I think they do.
So does that mean Carnival's using theirs now? The answer is going to share. So not all terminals belong to cruise lines.
Very true.
Some terminals
belong to the port. Yeah.
And even the terminals that belong to cruise lines don't actually belong to them. They're long-term leases. Even if they've built it themselves, they've put their money into it, it's just a long-term lease. And so I think there's probably a lot of language in contracts that, hey, if we got to park another ship there. Perfect example, we left from Royal Caribbean's terminal in Tampa, which is Terminal 6. And when we got back, we were at Terminal 2, and there was no other ships there. There was no reason for us to be parked at Terminal 2.
Yep.
Considering all of our cars were at Terminal 6.
Yes.
But so the answer, Lido, it's got to be yes for the whole sharing thing. And Desiree's like, what's going on with you guys? I don't know, Desiree, what's going on with you? We are celebrating and saying
2024 and the beginning of 2025.
Yeah, and saying goodbye to 2024. Yes, and hello, now 2025. Yep, we're getting close. It's almost 9 o'clock here, Eastern Standard Time. Oh, it's pouring in Times Square. Oh no,
man. Hopefully it'll clear up.
Our TV is right across from us, and if we had it on, everything would flicker here with the color changing on the TV.
The disco light effect, disco ball effect.
So we have to turn it off. So,
Yeah.
but we'll turn it on when we're down here.
We sure will.
It's not raining down here in Central Florida right now.
No.
It's a nice. It's a little bit cool. A little bit cooler than it's been. It's
We
going to be.
did have some sprinkles earlier.
Yeah. Yep, we did.
Yeah.
No rain here in Rochelle, New York. Okay. Awesome. Macrina says, "Is anyone nuts like me to watch the Poseidon Adventure tonight?"
I love the Poseidon Adventure.
That was never a New Year's Eve thing for me.
No,
Can
not
remember-
for me either. But
I've always worked, as I mentioned a while ago. I've never been home. And sometimes I'm gone for 3 days because we're flown somewhere.
yeah,
But best case scenario is it's a driving event, but we leave at 8:00 in the morning and we do the event, stay there, and then we don't get home till the next day. And so I've never really had in my adult life New Year's Eve rituals because it's a working day.
And even when I would go along with you, at the tear down of everything, I mean, it's 4:00 before we ever get to bed, 4 in the morning.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
At best.
Yeah, at best.
If the cars aren't towed.
That's true too. Yeah, don't want to have your car towed for New Year's Eve.
Yeah, well, so here's the story. For a couple of years in a row, 2 or 3 years, we performed at what used to be called Church Street Station, which was in downtown Orlando. Church Street Station used to be sort of an attraction. It was developed at the same time Disney was developed. And at the time, it was just the Magic Kingdom and Church Street Station. So, I mean, that place was huge. It was a massive party.
Always packed.
Yep.
Always.
It was, and Disney figured it out. That's why they built Pleasure Island.
Yes.
Basically, what Church Street Station was is just, it's a street, Church Street, and buildings on both sides, 2 stories, and there's just different clubs. There's country clubs and rock clubs, and it was a thing. Anyway, but it looks a little like New Orleans because in the second stories, there's the balconies. And so for New Year's Eve, of course, the street's always closed. And the performers are up on the balconies performing down. And there's 2 stages. I mean, I call them stages, but, it's anyway. And we always had one stage, and then there was 2 bands that shared the other stage. Anyway, we weren't done performing until 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. So in this case, we wouldn't get home until the sun was coming up. But so anyway, first year, they're like, okay, you need to go park here in this specific place around the corner. And okay, great. So we did. So we come back the next year. We didn't need to ask them because that's where you park. So we went to park there. So when we were done, we went back to get the cars and they were all gone. The only vehicle that was left was mine. I had a truck, but at the time, I had a decent-sized trailer, and I was the one pulling our equipment. And so they couldn't tow my vehicle because it had a trailer on it. And so it turns out that place we had been parking, that we were told to park, had been sold. And the new owner of it didn't appreciate us parking on it.
Yeah.
And had everybody towed.
Yep.
And so, getting towed on New Year's Eve.
Not fun.
No, not fun. Standing in the line with a bunch of drunk people trying to get your vehicle back.
Yeah.
Yeah, not fun.
Not fun.
Not fun. Anyway, Macrina says, TMC family, we can just sit back and watch Robert and Lisa work as we have a good old time in a conga line. Yeah, right? Yeah. It poured in Pittsburgh at noon today. Yeah, there's a front coming through.
Yeah.
I gotcha. Tom says yes, he watches it on New Year's Eve.
Nice.
It's a classic.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to turn it on then when we're done.
Now I want to watch it. I haven't thought about Poseidon Adventure in a
I know.
while.
By the way, thumbs up, subscribe, become part of the Tall Man Clan. It is free to you, costs you absolutely nothing. If you haven't figured it out, we are celebrating and saying goodbye to 2024 and welcoming in 2025. If you are joining us late, if you scroll that thing all the way back to the beginning, there was a highlight reel of all the things that we did this year, or at least in short, because we did a ton, 11 different cruises, and anyway, there's a highlight back there, so you can go, or maybe we should play it again. Guys, you're out there. We do this for you guys. Do you want to see it again? yes in the chat, and we'll play it again. If not, scroll back and you can watch it. But let me know if you want to see it again. I'll play it again. Macrina's like, I knew I wasn't alone. Yes, the terminals are leased by the port or the city. Yep. Thank you. I have sad news. This will be the last live you will have. Exactly. That is the sad news.
Yes.
Right? So I said cruising is done for this year. It's so sad. But it's so exciting at the same time because there's a whole nother year of cruising, and we've got a bunch booked, which we already shared with you. Lido Life says, we are double-digit midget now on our countdown to our transplant cruise in April. Nice. Awesome. Yeah, we got 311 days to our group cruise.
Yeah.
M says, how old is Lenny Kravitz now on Dick Clark's Rockin' Eve? He's probably up there.
Yeah.
Transatlantic. Oh, gotcha. Not transplant. Transatlantic cruise, not transplant. Oh my
that
God.
Makes more sense.
Macrina's like, yes, I remember Church Street Station. Yeah, that used to be huge.
Yeah.
And then of course everything built up around here, and eventually Universal Studios and all these things. And I mean, it's long gone.
Yeah.
Long gone. They tried to resurrect it, and it just didn't happen. There's another small area now, I think, over there called Wall Street. It's not the same.
No, not even close.
But there's a bunch of clubs there, and the streets are blocked off at night and stuff. But it's just a cross section. It's not the same thing. But I was years ago when I was down there, and it wasn't for New Year's Eve. We just happened to go down there for something. I forget what it was. We're in town, and anyway, Hickey Nookie. Did you throw a lot of beads from the balcony? You know what? I don't remember.
think we threw beads at all.
I don't think so.
No.
I said it was New Orleans like.
Looks like New Orleans,
but
yeah,
the beads thing is a New Orleans thing.
Yeah.
No, I don't think we.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think we did that.
We did have Gary dressed in a diaper for Baby New Year, though.
We did. Yeah, one of our performers, he dressed in a diaper. He's great, and it was cold that night.
It was freezing that night.
It was one of the few nights in Central Florida that it was literally, I think it was 31 degrees. It was below freezing.
It was cold.
And Central Florida just doesn't typically get down to that temperature, but it was cold.
Yeah.
It was cold.
Yes.
You should have 11 p.m. live, and we could ring in the new year together. We wanted you guys to do the thing with your family. That's also why we moved the time up an hour, because we figured if we start getting talking, we might be on for a couple hours, and we'd like, even though you're our extended family, I know that you all have your own families and your own traditions, and we don't want to be in the way of that. We would love to do that with you guys, but honestly, we want to go outside ourselves and see the fireworks and stuff. So
yeah.
So yes, yes for the replay. I'm assuming. Saw on the Queen Mary this past January where the Poseidon Adventure was filmed. Oh, nice.
Nice.
Countdown to Mark's back to back. Nice. Yeah, you're going to be there soon. Remember, beads are a prize, not an incentive. It's funny, Danny. I don't know if you again saw the highlights. If you wanted me to play the highlights again, please put yes in chat, and I'll play the highlights again. But Danny, your comment got edited into the Gushti thing where you asked him if he was married, and I was thinking, why are you not currently happy, Danny? Are you looking for someone new? Is there something we need to know? Please let us know. Oh, yes. So, anyway, and again, a recap of 2025. We are going to be, and again, no specific order. The Horizon, of course, everybody knows that, the group cruise. The MSC World America and MSC Grandiosa. The Royal Caribbean Star of the Seas. The Princess Star Princess, the Celebrity Reflection, the Celebrity Excel, Virgin Scarlet Lady, Holland America's New Amsterdam, and the NCL Aqua. So we have quite an exciting 2025 in store for you as well for us. A couple of these are overseas. Both the Star. I don't remember now which two. I know the Star of the Seas. Oh, the Aqua, the NCL Aqua, and the Star Princess are both transatlantic cruises. So yeah, can't. That's awesome. Danny's like, I am a man of mystery. All right, so majority rules, and so far Justina's the only one that said yes. So I'm sorry, Justina.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to hold out for more
I
yeses.
have to scroll back, I guess.
I know. So anyway, here's a good question for everybody. What, not New Year's Eve, does anybody have a special New Year's Day tradition? I know for a lot of people, it's food. For my family, Mama Tallman, I haven't seen her again tonight either.
No, she's going to be watching it later.
Okay.
She's got other things going on.
Okay. For us, it was a food thing. We always had certain foods. Actually, for Lisa and her family, it was the same thing. She had certain foods.
Our foods are different from your foods.
Right, because I grew up north in Massachusetts, in Boston, and she's born and bred Southern girl. And so the foods are different. And so Macrina also said yes. Anyway, and so interestingly enough, we forgot, and she had to go running out tonight to get some of that food because we had forgotten to prepare. So I want to know what your we got another yes, Macrina. That's two. It's two yeses.
Okay.
I don't know.
A couple more maybe.
Justina says, can't wait to see the Virgin Voyages. Yeah. Now remember, Justina, we did the
Resilient Lady.
Resilient Ladies inaugural, so there's that one. And yeah, so we're actually going with I said the Scarlet Lady. Yeah, the Scarlet Lady. I said that. Yep. And the Horizon was the first ship I mentioned, Danny. Macrina says yes. Justina's like, come on. I want to see it live. Black Eyed Peas. Yeah, Black Eyed Peas.
Black Eyed Peas is what my family has.
And
yes.
and ours is sauerkraut.
Yeah.
So we have sauerkraut and Black Eyed Peas.
We do.
What a combination. And Tom says yes too.
Okay.
Tom, you got my email with the stuff, right? Yeah, you did because you responded. So again, I apologize for the length of time that it took. We are both idiots, which you all pretty much know and have accepted. So thank you all. We're your idiots.
Oh, and then somebody else has left us a thumbs up.
Oh, thank you.
Appreciate
Okay,
that.
they said they want to see the highlights again.
Okay.
So here are saying goodbye to 2024. We are coming to you live this very moment up here in the Yacht Club on the MSC Divina on the Carnival Glory Utopia of the Seas in Port Canaveral in the Sunshine State. Carnival Frenzy, MSC Seascape, Carnival Conquest, the Emerald Princess, Enchantment of the Seas from Tallman Mobile somewhere in Arizona, Phoenix to be exact, and the cold front came through.
It's below 100.
No, actually it's 100. One of the major bridges in Baltimore that leads to the port of Baltimore has been struck by a container vessel, and the bridge has completely collapsed. At approximately 1:28 this morning, the container vessel, the name is the Dali, was departing the port of Baltimore, heading out to sea. It appears, though it may have lost power, and struck one of the piers of the bridge. As you can see in the video playing, the bridge has completely collapsed. Hey there, everybody. We are back for a breaking news update. It turns out the fire is now out.
No clue if anybody can even see him up there.
They're not watching me.
They're not watching you.
Oh. That's spectacular. So this is Gushti, right? He's been one taken care of. All right, so they want to know, how many cabins do you have to take care of up here?
Actually, I have 9 cabins.
9 cabins.
Yeah.
See, I thought it was 10. 9 cabins. Are the yacht club gratuities more than an inside cabin gratuity?
That's more expensive.
It is more expensive.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Because with balcony.
we'll figure out what the actual dollar amounts are. Danny wants to know, are you married?
Yeah.
He is married. Yep. And do you have kids at home with your wife too?
3 kids, 1 wife.
3 kids with 1 wife. You sure it's not 3 wives and 1 kid? And how long have you been sailing with MSC?
So far, just 16 years.
16 years. Wow. And how long have you been up in the yacht club?
Starting 2015.
2015.
Yeah, 9 years.
That's fantastic. Rico, he is the cruise director here on the Carnival Glory, and I want to shake your hand and thank you so much for spending a couple minutes with us.
Oh, of course. It's a ship with a fiesta, and the fiesta never takes a siesta. It's always on the go.
Coming from Mexico, when you were 5 years old, did you say, I want to be a cruise director? How did that transition happen?
Of course not. I lived in Canada for a while.
Oh.
I lived in France for a while. The last 5 years, I lived in England, and then I just wanted a simple, fun job that could pay the rent, that could pay for the food. And I was right. It is fun being part of entertainment team, but it's not simple.
You missed that part of it.
It's a lot. It's a lot. But I love it.
Where do you go on vacation?
Traveling.
Traveling.
I love traveling. The 2 passions in my life is traveling and entertainment. So this for me is perfect. Absolutely.
This
perfect.
gentleman next to me is Neil Dixon. He is the cruise director here on the MSC Divina. It's a big dinner is what it is.
Yeah, so I've heard, yeah. I've actually sampled the big dinners as well. I've got some friends in America, and also Canadian Thanksgiving as well.
So how long have you been with MSC?
Actually, this is my second year. I started
year?
May 2022.
And-
Yes, before that I was working in the UK on the resort as an entertainment manager. So very new to ships, actually. Well, first of all, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this actually, but I think the standard of the entertainment is a lot higher here at sea.
Speaking of wow, that was a wow jacket you were wearing last night.
You liked it?
That sparkly white jacket.
$20. $50 if you want it.
I'll sell it to you for 50. Have your
We'll work
people
on
call
it.
my people and we'll do lunch.
Exactly. Well, they were doing lunch, and that's how it happened.
And so how many ships have you been on now?
This is my second time on MSC Divina. I've done 4.
Excellent.
So I've done Virtuosa, Meraviglia, Seascape, and now Divina.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
We appreciate you giving a few moments.
Of course.
And I'm sure we'll see you somewhere on the high seas in the future.
You will, I'm sure. And,
All right.
And what a great place to be, the yacht club.
Right?
Beautiful here.
Morning
Right.
world, it's time to go on a cruise.
Cue the music.
So here we go again, it's no surprise. 'Cause we know better than to roll the dice. So take this love and try to make it new. You can't fight it when it feels so true. You drive me crazy like no one else. The final moment before I lose myself. And it's no use working 9 to 5 if you want more than to stay alive. So come on over, we can make it through. Take my hand, I know just what to do. I'ma be keep dancing through the night. We stay up until the morning light, the morning light. Oh, so come on over, we can make it through. Take my hand, I know just morning light. Oh, I just wanna be your Superman. Come fly with me, just take my hand. And now that we are cruising in mid-flight, you better watch out for the kryptonite. So come on over, we can make it through, make it through. Take my hand, I know just what to do, just what to do. On the beat, keep dancing through the night, we're dancing. We stay up until the morning light, the morning light. Oh, so come on over, we can make it through, make it through. Take my hand, I know just what to do, what to do. On the beat, keep dancing through the night. Stay up until the morning light, the morning light. Oh. As we look up at the stars in the sky, did we ever stop and wondered why we let our love shine all through the night? Just you and me, babe, until the morning light, the morning light. So come on over, we can make it through. Take my hand, I know just what to do, just what to do. On the beat, keep dancing through the night, keep dancing. We stay up until the morning light, the morning light. Baby, you're out of sight. On the beat, keep dancing through the night, we're dancing through the night. We stay up until the morning, we stay up until the morning light. So here we go again, it's no surprise, 'cause we know better than to roll the dice. So take this love and try to make it new.
Well, we told you we were in a balcony, but we didn't tell you it was in the yacht club. Cheers.
The final moment before I lose myself, and it's no use working 9 to 5 if you want more than to stay alive. So come on over, we can make it through. Take my hand, I know just what to do. On the beat, keep dancing through the night. We stay up until the morning light, the morning light. Oh, so come on over, we can make it through. Take my hand, I know just what to do. On the beat, keep dancing through the night. We stay up until the morning light, the morning light. Oh, the morning light. Oh, I just wanna be your Superman. Come fly with me, just take my hand. And now that we are cruising in mid-flight, you better watch out for the kryptonite. So come on over, we can make it through, make it through. Take my hand, I know just what to do, just what to do. On the beat, keep dancing through the night, we're dancing. We stay up until the morning light, the morning light. Oh, so come on over, we can make it through, make it through. Take my the sky. Did we ever stop and wondered why we let our love shine all through the night? Just you and me, babe, until the morning light. The morning light. So come on over, we can make it through. Take my hand, I know just what to do. Just what I like to do. On the beat, keep dancing through the night, keep dancing. Stay up until we stay up.
9-year-olds. When I was a little girl and I drank this martini, I would just get tired and go to sleep. Now it makes me horny.
No lie. The entire pool deck started howling, laughing.
Oh, yeah. And you wonder why the Villages gets a bad rap.
True. Oh, my goodness.
All right, so let's try this one more time to leave. We're done. We love y'all. Ciao. Well, there you go. A year in review, tall man style. That's just some highlights of everything we did this past year. Fantastic.
Yeah.
It's interesting to see it that way, isn't it?
It is.
What?
Just abbreviated.
Yes. And that's, I mean, that video could have been 3 hours. It could have been 10 hours long.
It could have.
There was so much.
As we're watching it, we're talking about all the things that we didn't get in that video.
Yeah. And we didn't purposely leave out Mark and Rocky. It just, those videos were so bad with the lighting
dark
and stuff. And even though we were having a blast,
we didn't yeah, you couldn't see our faces.
it was horrible.
It was.
Anyway, so.
Now we have lights.
Yeah, now I look good. Anyway, back to some of the comments. Macrina says North has pork and sauerkraut. Yeah, we're having
Brats.
Kielbasa,
Yeah.
pork brats. Yeah.
Yep.
Danny's like, okay, fine. Yes. It's done now. Happy New Year, Roderick. Have a good night, buddy. We'll see you next year for sure.
Happy New Year.
Ozan's like, woohoo, wonderful ship. Gushti!
Gushti!
I know we miss Gushti.
We do.
You missed the Port Canaveral departures. Interesting. Okay. All right. Yeah, somebody else was asking about that in a stream we just recently did.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll have to get back out there again.
I recognize Miami Terminal F. Yeah. Absolutely. Nothing better than a carnival sail away party. Yeah, I know. The carnival sail away parties are pretty special.
They are.
Yeah. What a wonderful year in review. Thank you so much. We appreciate that.
Thank you.
I need some YC to relieve cruising in the 80s. You need some Yacht Club to relive cruising in the 80s and 90s. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Even that Yacht Club
Year
is so much more special.
Yep.
It
really is.
is.
That
Yes.
sunset. I remember that. I know.
Yeah.
It was amazing. That's why I put it in there. Love this. Happy New Year to everyone. Happy New Year to you, Valerie.
Happy New Year.
I didn't see the live guests. Phew. Thank you. You're welcome. Mark and Rocky were who they were. We had a fantastic time. I wish the live stream was better.
Yeah.
Because that was a fantastic time with the two of them.
Oh my gosh, we had so much fun with those guys.
I'm sure we're going to run into them this year several times.
Oh, I think we will. Yeah.
Because I'm quite sure they're probably doing some of the inaugurals that we're doing. So we'll try to get them on and we'll try to maybe at least coordinate ahead of time.
And as we learned on the Firenze, we seem to have the same type of schedule.
Yeah.
Because we kept running into them everywhere.
Correct. The only issue is with the lights, the battery's only going to last about an hour. So we have to figure out those things.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but we'll work it out. That's what we do.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys, for showing. You're welcome, Justina. Times 2.
Absolutely.
Danny's like, when do we get to watch the driving highlight videos? No, we left those off. Again, this is called Tall Man's Cruise Adventures, and I know that's the adventurous part, but
We could have put the deer.
yeah, that would have lulled you back all to sleep again.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Yeah.
true.
So yeah, we left the driving videos off. Or the grass cutting. Yeah. No grass cutting. No grass cutting. All right, guys, we are going to get out of here.
Yeah.
We were going to stay as long as we felt we needed to, and I think we've effectively said goodbye to 2024. And a big, huge applause and thank you to the Tall Man Clan.
This is for you guys.
God bless you guys.
Yes.
We can't do it without you.
No.
Well, again, we've said this before. We could, but it's not going to be fun.
Not for anybody.
Yeah, interesting enough, before we go, but doing lives. Hickey Nookie World Tour was talking about that they don't do lives and they're thinking about doing some this year or whatever. Mm-hmm. Lives are challenging.
They are.
Right? Because it's one thing to make a prepared video. It's prepared, it's done, you upload it, it's there.
And editing is
it's done.
You can't edit a live.
No, when you're doing live, it is live, and for those who are part of the Tall Man Clan, have been with us for a while, you guys know if it can happen, it's going to happen. And there was another thing that we left out, like on the Princess. We're outside, and it started raining on us.
Oh, true.
Not once, but twice.
Yes, we tried it a couple of times.
We're in the middle of a live stream, and it started pouring, and so we had to move all the gear, and I intended to put that in there, but I got sidetracked and didn't get to put it in there, but the big thing with live, if there isn't that give and take, mm-hmm. if you will, if there isn't the conversation that the Tall Man Clan has with us, then it's
boring.
Yeah. It's boring.
Yeah.
It's one thing, like you watch some of the other channels, whether it's cruising or anything else that do lives, and, they've got hundreds of thousands of subscribers. And so when they do a live, there's a couple of thousand or more people there. Of course, the chat is running. It's so fast you can't see it.
Yes.
But, our channel, even at, nearly 16,000 people now, it's not... The chat is slower.
It is much slower.
Right? And so, but without that conversation, lives are just it's might as well just do produced videos.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why, we love you guys so much, because you participate and we love that interaction. We really do.
Yep. Thank you, TMC. It's the GC year now. Yes, you guys are appreciated. Thank you so much, Justina. Happy New Year from Patricia and I. Thank you, Bev.
Yes.
Dana Mac, in a few hours, we move from group cruise from this next year to this year. That's right?
That's right. Yes.
2025 year in review will contain group cruise. You're absolutely correct. It will.
Absolutely.
And Antonio walking the plank. With you hand in hand. Yes. We're going to have to figure out what that is. Yeah. Yeah. We've got a lot of work to do this year.
We do.
All right. On that note, we don't have to go home, but we got to get the out of here. Peace. Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.
See you in 2025.